even before we started pushing the product into the market, talking to people about why the technology made sense, we were already trying to sell the product to the banks. Because unless the banks worked along with us, we knew that the technical product would not sell. Unless these organizations understood the technology, not the the details of the technology, but at least the basics of the technology, there was no way that they would finance the product, because they felt that this is the technology that is not reliable, because they had seen systems fail in the past. Part of the education process went in explaining the technology to the people, saying that how the technology is actually very simple, and it just requires a certain amount of maintenance and a good service to ensure that it works. And this was important for them because we were trying to convince the banks that they needed to do 3-year financing or 5-year financing.
See, our association with SELCO started in the year 1995. So then SELCO thought of installing the solar powered lighting system and other systems in villages when there was a power problem. If a person feels that he requires solar energy, mostly that will not be the case. Mostly we will be guiding them. We will be conducting a program in villages about we give the advantage of solar lighting system or a low water heating system or solar in general, solar energy systems. We create awareness program in association with SELCO in villages. So then after when they come to know the advantages of solar energy, they approach for bank for the loans. So we obtain our bank's application. We get his family requirements, family data and other things, and then we take a surety for this loan, and we get a quotation from that solar system supplying company, and then we conduct the inspection of their house and other things, whether they are doing it or not. We take one guarantor to this loan, and then we have prescribed application, then loan documents and other things that we will obtain, and then we give loan, release the loan amount directly to the supplier of the equipments. So then they will supply the equipments, and then that will be installed.
We do provide financial guarantees, again depending on the newness of the project, or if we're trying to create an absolutely new financial product, then we put in money as guarantee. If we're not creating a financial product, we're piggybacking on an existing product, or we are talking about a product that is already available somewhere else, and we're showing the banks that it works, then it's more of a buyback agreement that we have with the banks. We get complaints from the bank saying, 50 systems are not working in that particular village, and customers are defaulting on solar loans, and we're not ready to lend anymore. And then we very often find out that these are systems not installed by us, and the customers had gone in for a cheaper option or for a local operator who then after having sold 50-60 systems just vanished from the market, and systems are not working. In those specific cases, if we need to oblige the bank, or we need to keep the bank manager happy, we service those systems. Otherwise, we tell him, look, this is what happens when you don't buy from don't finance a reliable supplier. So it also becomes a lesson that we let the bank manager learn for himself.